Okay, so I'm just getting ready to pack the last go home bag. Inside your folder, right inside the front cover, you are gonna have your puppy's vaccine records and the shot that they were given at 7 weeks. I'll put the date on there. And then here's your AKC registration. And so you just fill that out and send it in. And then your pedigree from your puppy. That's going to be right inside the front cover. And then there's a few things in here to take note of. The first one is Trupanion. So it's pet insurance. There's my code. It's free 30 days. The AKC, when you register your puppy, will also give you free 30 days with AKC, with their insurance company. And so there's some information about the Trupanion insurance here, what comes with it, and everything like that. But it's free for 30 days with our program. You just have to do this within 24 hours of picking the puppy up. So you have to do it right away when you pick up your puppy. And all of your puppies have a microchip. In order to activate that, you just need to go ahead and scan a QR code. And I would do that right away as well. And then in the back of your booklet, we just have some affiliate information there, and as well as my card. So that's gonna go in your bag. We have a food sample, a travel bowl. This is a Benny Bone. They love to chew on these. This will be on the side. It's a poop loop, so you just tie your bag and slide it on there, so you don't have to carry it around, so that's kind of nice. An antler to chew on. Just make sure they're kind of supervised with those. Some training treats from Redford Companions. We have a flyer in there if you want to order more. We have also some beef bites, and then there's a QR code on the back for these. These are our favorite. Our dogs would do anything for these, and they are just good ingredients. You have your Snuggle Puppy. Your Snuggle Puppy and your blanket, they are used. They have our smell on of our house, which will help your puppy adjust. They're, not perfect, but they're, clean. I'm not gonna send them home with a dirty butt. Anyway, the Snuggle Puppy, inside they have a heartbeat, and so this heart, I don't have batteries in it, but they come with a little screwdriver and a heart. You just put batteries in, and then you press it at night when you want to turn it on for them. And what we do is in their crates, so we have them sleeping individually, but they're sleeping next to each other because that's all the room we have. So we have their blanket in their crate and their Snuggle Puppy. And then what we do at night, so they're used to this routine. So we cut them off food around 7 o'clock, water around 9 o'clock, and then we get them their last playtime around 11. And then we put them in their crates, turn off the lights, and turn on classical music for the night. And so they listen to classical music all night long, and then we get them up about 6:30 to go outside and go potty. And they're doing awesome for that. So there's that. And then there's a little toy, their bandanas, and then for in this bag, you have your Fortiflora, which is probiotics. We just have 3 days worth. When the puppy comes home, you can expect that they're gonna have a little bit of an upset stomach, and that will help. And we have some guidelines in the book as well for that. So we just recommend like chicken, beef, just no seasonings, anything, and some rice. To help them kind of adjust. Also, I forgot to mention in the booklet, there's a few things. I have this training. I said that we usually send our puppies home with clickers, but I just realized when I was packing these that I ran out of clickers, so I apologize about that, but there is a little QR code to get started on clicker training. As well as socialization guides, and this is something that I like to mention. So this is a socialization guide that we use, and we do many of these things before the puppy goes home. And what we say is you want to do them again when the puppy goes home, because a puppy doesn't necessarily associate. These things are positive in this environment and that environment, so in the house and outside. And then the guidance that we've been given that works really well is do everything on this list, introduce them to everything, and then do it again at night. And so these are just some suggestions, but the most important thing is they're getting used to new places, people, and things, and just really used to encountering those new things so they don't have any fear. And then the other thing is if a puppy is afraid, they're going to go through a fear period right around 8 weeks. So right around right now, when they come home to a new environment, and what we don't want is to let them be afraid of anything. And so if they are afraid, we just want to increase the distance between them and that item. And then try again in a little while. That is just super important. And then, so that's everything in your go home kit. So for those who are traveling with their puppy on the plane, we send them home with these potty pads. The puppies haven't used potty pads in a while, but they should remember they usually do a pretty good job. We will take your puppy potty right before we deliver the puppy to you. And then what we recommend, and this was shown to me by our flight nanny, who feeds puppies every day, but they take out the insert, and what they do is they wrap the potty pad around the insert like this, and then they just stick it back in. So if there are any accidents on the plane, that helps. And then they just throw their blanket, and if there's room, then the puppy in there as well, and then just something to chew on. If the puppy's being, you know, a little bit fussy, we have packed you treats to throw in there. And then we just say, don't let the puppy on your way home, whether it's in the airport or whether you're driving, the puppy should not be going potty on the ground where other dogs frequently use. And so that's why you have potty pads. Just throw them on the ground and encourage your puppy to go potty on the pad, and then you can just throw it away when you're done. If you're going in the airport, we say don't use the puppy potty areas, the dog potty areas. We recommend going to the bathroom in the stall, maybe the handicap stall where there's a little more space, throwing the potty pad down on the ground and having your puppy go potty there where it's a little bit more safe. They've had their first rounds of vaccines, but that's not, you know, they still can catch those diseases until they've been vaccinated for 3 weeks. So there's that. Another thing that we say, so the puppies are all in their crates ready for bed because it's pretty late when we're filming. But if your puppy has, this is just a little trick that we learned, something in its mouth that you don't want them to have, so they've picked it up. What you do is you pick up the puppy and you lean them forward and they'll drop it. If they're not dropping it, if they have a really good tight grip on it because they are golden retrievers and they want to keep everything in their mouth, you just lean them forward a little more and maybe kind of give them a little wiggle and they will drop it. What you don't want is to take that out of their mouth because they'll start resource guarding items. So we always encourage them to bring us everything that they pick up and then give them a treat for it. The other thing is about resource guarding. So you don't want that to start with their food. If you notice anything they're being a little protective of food, we want you to handle them with their food a lot. And so if they're eating, take them away from their food, let them go back to the food, let them eat from your hands, which also increases bonding. Make them go search for their food, make a game out of food, get some food puzzles, you know, and make food a fun, really positive time. And anyway, is there anything else that I usually say that you can think of? Okay, if you have any questions.
Food, how to transition to different foods.
Yeah, there is a guide in the book.
Yeah.
And so we use the Victors. We have a food sample. It'll just get you a few days, but in the book we have the transition, so the guide, what we're using, and then some brands that we recommend. Our warranty is valid for 2 years for congenital health defects. However, hip health is largely influenced by diet, and so feeding your puppy a high quality kibble is really necessary. Also with the AKC registration, please register your dogs. That helps us a ton. Even if you're not going to do any competitions with them, we ask that you do register them. And I think that's it.